Welcome to the keynote stage. So my name is Mark Walsh. I'm the founder of this conference and part of the leadership team with Daniela and Manel. We have got quite a feast, quite a treat in store for you. The main stage doesn't have all the top names on. Some of them are spread out for various logistical reasons, but there are some awesome presenters on this stage. This stage is also sponsored by Ilan Stephani. When we first had the idea of getting sponsors, I basically said, I won't take anyone as a sponsor unless I love what they do, because otherwise it doesn't have any integrity for me. I didn't know who Ilan Stephani was, but I met her in Berlin. Someone said, oh, she's an intimacy teacher, she's an ex-sex worker, best-selling author in Germany. And I said, okay, well, I'll meet her. And I met her. And as soon as I met her, I felt at ease. I felt like, wow, this is a person who's playful, but also a deep listener. This is a woman who's a real leader. Since I've seen her work with people in very, around trauma, around intimacy, around very difficult areas, men and women, I've come to regard her as a friend, actually. I love her. So go to her website and check it out. It's Ilan, I-L-A-N, Stephani, S-T-E-P-H-A-N for November I, ilanstephani.com. There's an offer there called Love and Rage, which is as juicy as it sounds. You'll also find links in the descriptions for the videos below. I don't know if I should introduce Ilan much more, because that was all true. And I said it about her. So it kind of was an introduction there. So I'm very proud Ilan's part of this. I'm really enjoying getting to know her as a human. And, this is someone I would really trust and rely on when the shit hit the fan, when I had, delicate matters to discuss, when it was anything about intimacy, trauma, anything of that nature. This is someone I would really rely upon. So I think I'm just going to shut up and leave you to it. So Ilan, you are super welcome. Over to you.
Wow, thank you for the invitation. It's like now it's really happening, even though it's happening since a week. So that's great. And thank you for joining me also in this meeting room, because it gives me a very physical sense of us exploring something together that obviously many of us have some kind of resonance with. So just for you as a reminder, the drama of not being enough, I chose this topic because I want to feel less alone with hacking this thing. And I do believe that embodiment is some kind of magic key. So how can we test it is something that I would like to give words, some kind of exercises, practical sequences about during the next 50 minutes. First of all, as you can hear, I'm not a native speaker. So I'm here with all of my kind of creative firestorm in my brain. If I'm using words that are completely like they do not make any sense, or even they offend some people, please let me know. I will need your feedback in order to learn about that. So from my side, my English on many levels is not good enough. So I feel perfectly equipped for talking about this topic. And please let me know when you're a native speaker or when you are not, how this lands for you. Okay. The drama of not being enough. I think when I tune into the topic, I have my own individual story why I'm not enough, where I'm not enough. I'm not prepared enough, English enough. I'm not old enough. I'm not young enough. I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not shy enough. I'm not whatever. And you can fill in the blank. But at the end of the day, we tell ourselves individual versions, all of us believing this is somehow creative and it's super convincing. I think I'm right. I'm not enough. However, we are telling ourselves all the time, all the same story. So like not being enough as a feeling which came from us in the first step as some kind of mindfuck is the least creative thing that we can believe in our existence. And all of us to some extent seem to suffer from that. I mean, nobody of us wants to feel more insufficient, more like a walking disappointment. We want to feel we deserve happiness, we deserve ecstasy, we deserve intensity, we deserve not letting go of chances, options, offers in our life. And still again and again, I am not fill in the blank enough in order to do it now, not do it now, etc., etc., etc. And it's kind of tricky because even in the healing scene and even in the spiritual scene and embodiment scene, etc., I am not enough into fitness in order to sponsor the fitness channel. I'm not enough into whatever. So we are kind of creative in inventing more and more reasons for staying with this drama / suffering. Let's resume from there. All of us try to exit this drama, and to some extent, at least most of us do not really figure out, how do I perfectionize myself successfully enough in order to get rid of the whole story? How do I improve myself enough until this inner critic voice is silent? This, to some extent, never happens. So how does it happen? And the first thing is somehow a paradox intervention with this drama. It's almost like, if I know that nobody is perfect and I'm still the one wanting to be perfect in order to have some silence around this inner critical voice, then maybe how I exit the game is by really surrendering to, I am disappointing. I am not enough. Instead of trying to get fitter in order to be qualified for sponsoring the fitness channel, in like not trying to become more beautiful, not trying to become more attractive, but really embodying the own ugliness, the own ways of how I'm disappointing, is something that puts you into such a better flow of life force inside, because this is the truth that you are running on anyway. It's like you stop one layer of distancing yourself from yourself, which is always a process that can also be described as an embodiment process of more intimacy with yourself. So the first thing, how we can somehow win the game against the drama of not being enough, is the only way that is left that we didn't try how to win the game is winning it as the loser that we already are. We win it because we surrender to, I fucked it up. I lose this battle every time. It, to some extent, was never a fair game. It never planned to give you any option or any useful direction. It never planned to contribute anything to your aliveness or presence or process. It's just a hidden loop. But us being wired as also animals who orient towards the culture around, the circle around, the family around, all of that, we think if all of us are running into this direction, there has to be something behind it. But the only thing being behind it is a collective addiction to losing energy in a loop. So it takes our kind of heroic warrior energy, almost rage for, I will burn myself through these prisons. Even more because everybody else might be following this path of suffering without truly recognizing that. So, yes, thank you for repeating that in the chat, a collective addiction to losing energy in the loop. Yes, I stand for that. This is some kind of diagnosis from my side, like how this disembodiment culture that we are currently living in on the big scale shows up and ends up in our nervous system. So I would be super curious about all of us in this presentation going through the three, let's say, main tricks that I want to suggest with three practical sequences. They will be short. They will be needing from you, at least the first one, that you stand up or that you adapt this the whole sequence to you sitting down, but there is something around whole body movement, and it will be short. But of course, you are welcome to listen to this recording or then doing a longer version when you're without this kind of 50-minute time frame. So if you want to join me for this kind of interactive moment in this talk, then prepare a topic where you are not enough. Like really invest into something that's really real. I mean, nobody gets you there. You are really not enough in that. You are not intelligent enough. You are not healed enough. You are not embodied enough. You are not honest enough, feminine enough. Take a good one. And also one that you tend to hide. It's like, I am not attractive enough, but I try to fake that I'm a little bit more attractive. So you have some kind of hiding pattern around that. It's like not everybody has to know that you're a loser in the first place, right? Okay. So if you have that, great, stand up. Or again, you adapt the whole sequence to you sitting down. But I think in my case, if I would be able to stand up in this position, in this moment with my computer, I would do that. Okay, and then rub your hands as if rubbing the warmth in your hands and the fire in this process. You can close your eyes and inhale, exhale through your mouth. Wow. And then place your hands on your closed eyes just for a moment. Open your mouth. Inhaling, exhaling through your mouth, sighing with every exhale. And then place your feet hip distant apart so that you are more solidly grounded. And then stay with your eyes closed if you want to follow my words. Keep breathing through your mouth, relax your arms and start shaking in your arms and in your legs at the same time. You can focus in your legs on the joints in your knees. So if the joints of your knees are moving and your hands are moving, it's like the rest of your energy will follow. The rest of your nervous system will follow. You're doing great. Wow. And if you are in some kind of binge watching embodiment conference 2020, I get you. I'm somewhere in the same fire. And then use these moments of standing up or shaking your whole body in another way. Wow. Use these moments for tapping into something that is a whole body vibration. Wow. You can make sounds. All of you are muted, so there is no way of you somehow being heard with something to all of us, and it wouldn't feel safe for you. Wow. And this just for 1 more minute. Great. It's like we offer this inner vibration, this inner instinct. We offer it our hand, our human hand, and then the mammal nervous system inside takes over. And after a while of shaking, it feels easier to keep shaking. So let's keep shaking. And in 1 minute, when we will stop the shaking for a moment, I need you somehow be awake and be in your body and be tingling with energy. Wow. Shaking in your back, shaking in your skin, and shaking in the marrow of your bones. Wow. You can make a few faces as a tiger and as a tigress, just to add a layer to our nervous system that isn't that busy with not being enough. No tigress on earth wastes her time with not being enough. So wow, be this tigress, Be this tiger, even a little bit impatient about this inner freedom to open up. You're doing great. Okay, a few more seconds. Woo! Okay, and if you want to keep following me, stay with your eyes closed and just follow my words for 2 more minutes. You now softly slow down the shaking and stay with your eyes closed, and please stay relaxed in the joints of your knees. Stay relaxed. Super soft in your closed eyes. Breathing deeply. Sighing, filling your chest. And now connect to this topic that you have chosen, this personal drama version of not being enough. You are not special enough, smart enough, successful enough, whatever it is. Like, tell yourself this sentence and believe in it. Like, what is changing now in your way of breathing, and allow this change to happen? How is your posture changing when you believe in not being enough? Whatever it is, allow this posture to change. Allow this whole embodiment creation of not being enough. Create with your whole body this, I am not enough. And feel the layer of shame, of hiding. Of being smaller. Hide from all of us what's true. Hide that you are insufficient. Hide where you are disappointing. You're doing great. Stay for 1 more second. And now follow my words and just let's let go of this posture. Inhale together with me. Exhale together with me. Inhale together with me. Lifting your shoulders while you're inhaling. Exhale, start shaking in your arms like a tiger, like a tigress. Wow. Please make a sound. Inhale, lift your shoulders. Exhale, shake even more in your arms. Open your arms to both sides and shake. Shake in the knees. Shake in your whole being. And the medicine, the answer is shaking. Shake in your chest. Shake in your pelvis. Even shake the floor under your feet. Wow. Shake. Sound, shake, vibrate in your body. Allow your nervous system to guide you into more inner freedom. Shake. You're doing great. If you have fun, just have fun as much as you can. If this is work, we are doing it all together. Thank you for contributing so much. Great, great. Move your arms. Move them into inner freedom in space. Make angry faces, impatient faces, animalistic faces, or animalistic sounds. Great. And I want us to keep shaking here, being fully connected to what is not enough in us. This is us dancing as the losers that we are, wholeheartedly. Don't hold back. Don't wait for tomorrow. You will never be better than today. It will stay as the same shitty world outside. Wow. The only thing that we can change is celebrating no matter what. You're doing great. Connect to the thing that you used to hide and show it almost publicly. Show it to all of us, like dancing here in the middle of almost 1,000 people. Everybody knows, everybody sees. Wow, make sounds, open your eyes. Be this fierce tigress, this courageous tiger inside, cutting through the mindfucks, not buying it, not buying it, not buying the culture, not buying the conditioning. Yay, great. Open your eyes, feel your body. Woo, feel the energy coming from embodying your shadow, embodying the energy of shame, and feel your nervous system for a second, really like, oh, I could keep going with the shaking. Yes, yes. After a few decades of suffering, of holding back, all of us can use another minute of vibration, aliveness, inner regulation. Open your eyes, as if this exiting the drama of not being enough is something public. It's something global. It's not private. Yay, great. Thank you for shaking with me. Wow. Okay, and stay in whatever position you want to stay in. Wow, vibrate, keep moving in whatever way feels good for you. There is no need for now or for anyone, I think, to really see the screen and really like watch what I'm doing or anything around a demonstration. So allow your nervous system to be in charge. Open your eyes, and if you want, just rub for a moment the sternum, middle of your chest, rubbing the warmth of self-love, of self-appreciation, no matter what, back into this chest. So many layers of culture, of words that we believed about ourselves. Wow, okay. And from here, allow the palm of your hand to rest on your chest. Inhaling into your hand, exhaling into your hand. And just feel the shift of energy. Whatever it is, but every somatic change, the most subtle somatic change, is a milestone. A milestone. If it feels so much better to be not enough, I fully choose to be not enough forever. If this is my way to be intimate with myself, to fully embrace being alive, I choose it with my whole heart. If it takes nothing more to feel alive, I'm all in. Yay, thank you. Social norms, yes. We shake, we vibrate out of the social norms, the cultural norms, the collective norms with an individual nervous system, and we are individually equipped to do this. And it contributes more to other lives as well, not only to your individual life. So for now, if you want to return to, thank you. So nice that I can see at least a few of you. I enjoyed it so much, this real togetherness. Thank you. So great. You can settle down for more words, even though words, of course, are overestimated. And still, I think words as a kind of transition bridge into this world paradise of embodiment is something that we will keep using as humans. Okay, again, this is a very simple sequence with those 3 phases. If you are going into the second phase, which is you connecting to the thing that you used to hide, I just ask you to do the third phase anyway. Like not in the second phase, like now I'm collapsed. Oh, and no, I have to run for a meeting. Like, don't go there. Just shake your way out of the trap. Okay, do not go into the sequence and stay stuck in the drama, but then really jump into the last phase. And you can do that in the shaking phase with your favorite music, and you can do it way longer. However, I think you got a taste, and it's so simple that you can easily reactivate it with this recording. Okay. And the second thing that I think is one of the most tragic aspects of us staying caught up in this I'm not enough is there is no need for using rough language, but it is an excuse for not taking action, but we miss our own aliveness in that. So it's not you are just using an excuse of not being enough in order to go around responsibility for showing up. You are not owing anything to anybody around, but maybe you want to owe something to your own soul, to your own aliveness. So in this way, this drama of not being enough can be translated as I'm not ready. I'm not ready for being present right here, right now. I'm not ready for starting a family. I'm not ready for leaving my girlfriend. I'm not ready for going into deeper intimacy. And to some extent, if we believe that there will come a moment in future where we are prepared, where we feel that we are equipped and prepared enough, we will wait until the end of our life. There is no presence available to you in the future. It just won't come. So I'm saying that being not well prepared for this talk, the drama of not being enough, not being prepared enough, not being educated enough, not being whatever enough, it's all the time, always there. It's like we have to agree, living no matter what, on top of this story of constant disappointment, constant failure. It's like if we want to vibrate in the amount of aliveness and energy that is available in our nervous system, that is our design, we live in a free fall. We live in a free fall. There is no way of living a life wholeheartedly and feeling safe because we are so prepared. And I want to tell you a story where this fully got through to me. It's a story of a baby bird. It's a baby eagle. And a baby eagle does the same that every baby does with their own parents. It trusts unconditionally. It trusts without a doubt. You are my caretaker. You know what I need. And the eagle parents know what the eagle baby needs. And one day they do something horrific. They take their own eagle baby and throw it out of the nest. Before this eagle baby ever learned to fly. And it falls. It falls in a free fall. Experiencing my own caretakers are killing me. Now, they did it. I will die. I can't fly. And how this ends is the wings of the baby eagle open up. And that's the flight of the eagle. There is no preparation. So it's almost turning the whole thing around. Let's fly because we can't. Let's do this talk because we are not prepared enough. Let's feel our feelings because we are numbed out around our feelings. Let's just do it. And this just doing it, I would be annoyed if I would just be listening to these words in a way of, Ilan, that's a nice blah blah, however it's blah blah. But all of our I'm not prepared enough, I'm not ready for that, is written in the way our skeleton, our bones get somehow twisted in the upbringing in this culture. And I'm not talking about everybody is like joining me from my culture, but I think we have at least a kind of, we have access to a computer. We are living in this era. So there is a very, very collective shrinking, or let's say almost disembodiment from our true design around what we are capable of and how much energy wants to be run in our nervous system every day. So all of that shows up in our posture, also around us ending up at least 3 centimeters smaller than we would have become. Everybody of us would be at least 3 centimeters taller if we would not have heard so often, you can't, you are not enough, from inside or outside. So there is a physiological reference to this holding back. And the second, let's say, trick that I want to suggest is just a very easy, to some extent, easy posture that is opening around our chest and is opening around our heart. Somehow the meridians, the energy channels that used to shrink when we are like, oh no, I'm not ready for this, I can't fly. There is only a way to realize that I can fly is by doing it. Facing death. And to some extent, let's say, we are facing death anyway. We won't survive this life anyway. So let's fly. Free fall anyway. The only thing, you can do this sitting. It might be a little bit stronger if you stand up again. The only thing is, because I can't touch you physically, if this posture is comfortable for you, try to stretch more. We are not using the comfort zone of, oh, I'm not enough. We are not using the comfort zone of, oh, I'm ready, or of, oh, I can already do that. We are using something where your nervous system, where your bones are hungry for expansion. So, and I do not know your body. Maybe this is like the easiest thing on earth. However, maybe it's not, because we are relating around the drama of not being enough. So I just ask you to go into full expansion with just everything that you can. Okay, and then you stand up, you rub your hands, and then one more time, you warm your heart. You warm your heart by rubbing your heart, the center of your chest. I'm holding a little bit my necklace. That's super unpractical for embodiment. Woo! You are warming your heart, rubbing between your breasts, your sternum. Great. Pressing both hands on your heart for a moment, closing your eyes. And while you inhale, press with your hands against this expansion in your chest. And you expand in your chest as if being hungry for more aliveness to the front. There is a little bit of resistance with your hands, yes. However, even though there is resistance in the outer world, I choose to expand, I choose to inhale, I choose to radiate. Okay, and now soften your knees, feet hip distant apart. You can open your eyes if you want to follow my movement. You place your left hand on the level of your shoulder. I'm showing that in front of my screen. Works pretty well. You place your left hand as if here is a wall or a mountain. It's a mountain of collective addiction to losing energy in a loop, in a mindfuck loop. Okay, other hand, right palm of your right hand to the other side. And in your elbows, please straighten through your elbows. You're doing great. Now lift the palms of your hands, your hands a little bit, and relax a little bit in your shoulders. Your neck becomes very long. Your throat, your voice has a lot of space. Relax in your shoulders And lift your hands a little bit. You are doing great. Okay, now you can close your eyes and your fingertips are pulling towards the ceiling and the roots of your hands are stretching away from each other. And this time, let's say we are going for something. There is something to gain. You push with your hands away from each other, inhaling into your chest. And this time, these two mountains, they make space to both sides. It's like you stretching your elbows and you are somehow isolating all those bones in your chest and in your arms due to this pull to both sides. It's 3 centimeters that we would grow in the length. And now we grow 3 centimeters, 7 centimeters to both sides. Open, open, open. Wow. So my left and my right shoulder joint are somehow floating away from each other. You're doing great. You're doing great. Please breathe through your mouth and please go into some kind of intensity until you automatically make tiger faces, tigress faces. Of there is something hungry inside with all of this discomfort, all of this pain, maybe in the fascia of your arms. Wow, be impatient. And don't play that you are a soldier. A soldier is never enough. That's not the game that we are investing in. We are this open tigress, this hungry tiger, this nervous system. You're doing great. Soften your knees. Be proud about your own expansion from inside out. You're doing great. If you want to add something, you can look to me. If you want to add something, your right hand is traveling all the way to the back. So you have some kind of spiral. And your left hand is traveling the other way around. Sorry, it's a spiral. So it's just from one fingertip pole to the other one. Pull the fingertip poles, this time away from each other to both sides. Great. And slowly turn the direction of the spiral to the other side. Okay. And a few more breaths. You're doing great. And this time, let's do it as this shocked eagle baby. In the moment of the wings are opening up and we are shocked by what we are capable of. Keep breathing. Pull to both sides. Make space for your life. Space for everything that wants to expand in you. Straighten your arms. You're doing great. Spiral one more time, the first direction. Breathe. Sound with all of us. Wow. Do it for your daughters, your sons, your best friends, this whole culture around. Everybody around. You're doing great. And one more time. Second round of the spiral. Other way around. Wow. Fly. Fly because you can't. Stretch your wings. Stretch. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Inhale. Oh my God, I'm flying. Woo. Okay. Stretch. Be thrilled. Be in this pain, in this intensity, in the sweat. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Stop doing it well. Just do it real. In an embodied way. Okay, let's curse. Nobody can be hurt. Let's curse one time. Just, I don't dare. Fuck. Okay, you heard me. Great. One second. Let's curse.
Fuck.
Woo, thank you, Mark. You're doing great. Okay, lift your arms to the ceiling. You did great. As if you would be proud about yourself. Let's be this excited little boy, little girl, tiger baby, eagle baby. Woo, I made it. You did it. Great. Okay, follow my words. Right hand on your left shoulder. Left hand on your right shoulder. Wow. Yay. Me and myself being a dream team. That's it. Okay. Yay. So it's this. I'm not ready, but I am opening my arms as if I would be ready to embrace everything in existence. And the trick with embodiment is the body brain is 4 times more in charge than your head brain in what ends up as being your perceived reality. So you can be not enough as long as you want. But the moment that you go into a posture of, I'm not ready, however, I'm flying. I never learned to fly, however, I'm designed to do it perfectly right now because I can't. This kind of knockout for the drama. Test it. And just, I think also all of those postures where it's like, I hate it, holy shit. I will get better in English cursing, I promise. All of those postures that are somehow working with pain and a stretch for your being, also around being present with something that's uncomfortable, you do them for the moments after. So don't miss now because you did it for now. Before that, you maybe did it for me. Thank you. However, I'm not the best reason for doing that. Great. Thank you. Cool. But suppose it's an eagle dying. No, it's living. Yes, and the eagle will die too. Yes, intensity is what we are craving. Yes, and this intensity is inside. And it is unfortunately there, trapped inside, where we run from in order to make our life more intense, which is our shadow, our shame, our insufficiency. But I agree, intensity, if it costs me nothing more than being a walking disappointment, I'm the happiest walking disappointment on earth. So if that's a price and the ticket to intensity, hell yes. So in that way, we are already the winners because we are the losers. Yay! We made it. I always knew everything is perfectly designed for fucking it up all day long. Exactly. Oh, wow. We have 8 more minutes. It's no pressure around that. However, forgive me about the jump that's somehow a disembodied jump to the third key that I at least want to mention quickly. And that is, I mentioned on several layers how this drama of not being enough can be ended. And it's always a paradox intervention, somehow taking action in a chain in this vicious circle, or in a phase or on a level of this vicious circle where we did not expect the solution to be available to us. So another way of looking through this global mindfuck is there is no right answer if we keep questioning the wrong question. And not being enough is not something that can be related to in your embodiment reality, in your nervous system, in your evolutionary design. I talk about you as a mammal, as an animal, about me as a tigress. So it's like the whole question doesn't lead to anything because it puts into the frame or into the context or into the matrix that there is something that would be not enough. And the only real challenge, and don't trust me, even though you heard Mark saying trust her, test it. Don't trust me, but please test it. The only real challenge when it comes to the bottom of your patterns is, can you learn to tolerate how much you are too much, how much energy you are? The only challenge that is a real challenge. So it's not like, oh, there is no drama and the rest is a walking solution. There is a process. But where you somehow have to work on is, can you tolerate the amount of intensity that you are? Can you tolerate the amount of energy, the amount of what you want to give to contribute? So the real question is, can I handle my too muchness instead of my not enoughness? And it flips around the whole collective self-image of mankind. Sorry to say it like that, but I really see it like that. The whole collective self-image of mankind in civilized cultures is, I need something in order to be happy and satisfied. And my perception or my experiences, the more I re-embody myself into myself, is I am happy and satisfied if I am a walking contribution. We have that in a very perverted and burnt out way, like everybody gives. That's not the kind of giving that I'm talking about. But you are a being designed for adding a plus to this existence. And everything else just doesn't meet any level of reality, even in your questions. If we do not come from a matrix that our nervous system can handle, we somehow can't find a solution that feels true for us. It just scares us in another version. So how can I relearn to see that I'm happy and satisfied, not when I was fed enough, when there was enough given to me, when my needs were met? The last piece is when you have designed your outer life around receiving how much you are wired for giving and gaining energy by giving, contributing. You are an energy machine. You are an energy battery. And if you receive energy, it's realigned, it's nourished. So what I want us to do in 4 more minutes, we will do that in 4 more minutes, and then for the rest of our lives, if you want, is really unlearning to be the shitty loser that needs something by tapping one more time into what we already are. This nervous system, this body, this evolutionary design, which has been studied for billions of years. So if you want to follow my words, please do so. Otherwise, you can do that with the recording and again, the rest of your life. Rub your hands. And this time we really need some kind of rubbing and warmth in your hand. Okay. You can close your eyes. You can stand. You can sit. You can do whatever. Okay, rub your hands and 3 times blow the fire of transformation into your hands. Burning the individual self-image. 2nd time, burning the collective self-image of not enoughness. 3rd time, inviting too muchness, no matter what. Okay, and now if you are left-handed, put your right lower arm in front of you and your left hand with something like 10 centimeters distance on top. If you are right-handed like I am, your left lower arm in front of you, you can see it in the camera, and your right hand on top of your left arm, 10 centimeters in space. You're doing great. And let's not go into, oh, I'm not subtle enough. Oh, I can't feel the aura. I can't feel an aura. I can't see an aura. Okay. So we are all not enough. We all can't do that. That's why we are here. So close your eyes, breathe through your mouth, being completely numbed out, feeling nothing. It's okay. Feel your hand on top. Left-handed, you feel your left hand. Right-handed, you feel your right hand. And now I want us to somehow contemplate with breathing. Inhaling, exhaling. I, as a right-handed human, feel my right hand slowly coming closer to my left arm. And the thing I'm focusing on is my left arm desires my touch. The presence of my right hand is a radiating gift. In this case, for my left lower arm, and my left lower arm is somehow craving for this kind of contribution, for this gift, that the energy, that the presence of my right hand is. Breathe. You can move incredibly slow. You don't have to move at all. It's all about rewiring this inner automatic perception of where the thing is a problem. Breathe. Your right hand is a radiating like energy battery. It's something that adds a plus. And if your right hand is touching your left lower arm, then this is something that my left lower arm is lighting up in. It's delighted to receive this touch. You're doing great. Just one more centimeter, maybe in space. Breathe. Just follow my words. I want to give a few more contexts into the space, even though I would love to keep going with just this example. For now, you can stay with that, or you can relax your arms. Stay with your eyes closed for a moment. Keep breathing deeply into your chest. If you were focusing on your right hand, keep doing so. If you were focusing on your left hand, keep doing so. Place your right hand, your left hand, whatever you are focusing on, somewhere on your body. I will place my right hand on my chest. And my chest is delighted. It desired this touch. Keep breathing like that. And with your closed eyes, is this existence that you are living in, has it been waiting for you? Because it has. Are you perceiving yourself as something that is a walking gift? Because you are. And I'm not talking about this because I would expect you or me just embodying that. However, at the end of the day, we will meet this challenge because this is the real challenge. This is the hidden thing. We will have to tolerate that we are a walking contribution. Is the money that you want to earn desiring being close to you? Is the cup of tea that you will touch the next time that you will drink a cup of tea, is it waiting? Is it craving for your touch? Is it? Is it waiting, craving for your touch? Is it delighted because you shine with your presence? And this is not an esoteric blah blah. I want you to check in with your somatic level of energy every day. But do not tell me that this wouldn't raise your level of energy if you don't try. Give it a try. And I want to commit to something at the end of this presentation. Like every day once for the next week, I will drink a cup of tea. And when I touch this cup of tea, the second before, I want to remember that this cup is delighted by me contributing my touch, my presence, my energy. I want to wake up once a day and I want to see where things unfold from there. I will open my eyes for now. Wow. Oh my God, I'm almost on time. I appreciate so much our togetherness in this exploration. And please, please do it as a super suspicious explorer. If it doesn't work for you around happiness and aliveness, it's just a mindfuck from Ilan, okay?
Ilan, there's some great questions here. Could I ask you the top one in your last 1 minute?
Of course.
Is there any harm in trauma releasing exercise, like trauma getting worse? I hear this fear a lot, so it might be worth addressing that one.
Our nervous system is designed to handle the amount of trauma, and it is designed to handle that in small doses. That is why titration is the most important thing. And I appreciate you somehow diving into this process on many layers. I'm doing the same. doing it alone. However, we are not wired for releasing trauma alone. So what I ask you to really be the tiger dad and the tiger mom that you didn't have in the human world while you are going into a recovery from trauma, which means being so grounded, like really using space where you are grounded. The best thing is barefoot on the floor, on the earth. Open your eyes, move around, really take things slow. We expect trauma healing to be the same thing like the trauma, just the other way around. Too much, too fast, but a lot of healing. That's not a lot of healing, it's a re-traumatization. So the matrix of healing is soft, it's slow, it's by us recovering into our birthright to rest, to be fully equipped for recovering from trauma, because we do not perceive that we are fully equipped. We fly into trauma healing because we can't fly. So that's again the thing. The slower you are, the faster you are. Yeah.
Beautiful. I enjoyed the shake and the word.
Thank you for the question. It comes from a place of self-love and you wanting to take care of yourself. And that's in itself such a healthy thing, such an intact thing that hasn't been hit by trauma, because otherwise you wouldn't be interested in this question. I interrupted you, Mark.
Yeah, I'm interrupting you now, I'm afraid. We are out of time. That was beautiful. Bursin, I think their name is, says thank you for answering that question, as do many other people. The love is flooding in, including on my private staff channel, where several of the team are saying, I think I'm in love with Ilan Stephani. She's beautiful and funny and full of life. And I just want her to say, you're doing great to me all the time. That's from a senior member of my team. I won't say which one. So,
and I'm full of not enoughness.
That was amazing. I know we're going to see more of you at different parts of the conference, on panels and other things we have going on. Do you say hello in the Facebook group if people have more questions? There's some great questions we didn't get time for there.
Yes,
so.
I will love to go at least through the chat and the questions. So if there is a way, I think there is a technical way of making that accessible to me, and I will check it on the Facebook group myself just by logging into Facebook. So thank you for everything that you contributed on any level to this presentation, because we are wired to do it together. So I think this was some kind of a togetherness experience, and that's strong.
Okay, and if you guys feel like you want to talk after this, often after this kind of session, you kind of, I want to speak to someone. The breakout rooms are brilliant. I was in a really nice one last night. The coffee breaks, that's where you can talk to other human beings if you want to process or you just want to chat. Just a little word on those. Please use those to talk about the sessions. Occasionally people are sort of downloading all their trauma. You might want to be a little bit cautious what you say to complete strangers.
How do you get to the coffee break rooms is a question.
Yeah, good question. So you go to the portal, and top right on the portal, there's 3 little dots. You press on there, and then there's a red coffee cup. Yeah. So if you're logged into the portal, you can go through the main website, top right, log in, and then the 3 dots, top right, you'll see a red coffee break sign, and you click on that in a minute, and you'll end up in a Zoom room with some other humans. Okay, so things to say. Once again, thank you, Ilan. I am super happy and grateful you're part of the conference. I'm proud to have you as a sponsor, and it's great to see a good turnout here. If people want the recordings of this and of course the whole library, they should upgrade. Please do this. Someone asked me the question yesterday, is your Zoom account free? So I posted the £75,000 bill we got from Zoom to the Facebook group, just because I was actually just found it hilarious that someone thought we were getting all this for free. So the conference is free, but it's not free to do. So this really supports us if you can buy the library. And of course, it just means you don't have to rush, particularly with stuff that's sensitive around shame and trauma. So much better if you can digest it over time and not feel like you've got to sort of force feed yourself. So yeah, for your benefit and ours, please do upgrade. That would be much appreciated. Okay, Daniela, any other practicalities before I hand back to Ilan for the final word?
Thank you, Daniela. Sorry for interrupting you, but that's
no practicalities, and I definitely would love to hear Ilan's last words in the session. Your top tip.
So Ilan, this is for the book. So 1 sentence top embodiment tip.
For the book. I'm curious about how we handle that we are this walking gift. I take very serious that it is a very serious challenge. But if we rewire that, I think we crack the code.
Dankeschön. Thank you, Ilan Stephani. Woohoo! Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye. See you at the next session. Peter Levine and my one and everything else.
Thank
Bye.
you.